You gotta love a groovy bass lick. Oh man, this song is all over the place. I love it. Hello, welcome back. We are checking out more anime openings. Oh, it's been a long ride. We've listened to a lot of good songs. Hopefully, we'll find some more. So, to catch you up to speed, for those of you that may not know, I have moved out of America to South Korea. So, I now live in South Korea. It's been awesome. I've been here for about a month, and yeah, it's very different, but I think it's different in a very good way. There's actually a lot of things that I love here that I didn't realize I would love that's different. So that's been pretty cool. Bit of a culture shock, learning the language. It's very difficult. It's a very hard language as a native English speaker, but I'm sure in due time it'll come around. I'm still trying to assimilate now that I'm here. I'm not trying to be American in Korea. If I'm going to be here, I need to kind of like learn the ways of the land, you know? So anyways, I am going to continue YouTube and working on that. So that'll be fun. And I'm kind of at a point now with these anime music reactions where it's kind of hard to keep track of what I've already done. So I just looked for playlists that have anime openings, and I've kind of just gathered some. I played the first like 4 or 5 seconds to see if does that sound familiar? Did I already hear that? And if it sounded like it was completely new, then I just paused it and put it up. So I just took 5 random videos. Some of these I don't even know what the name is of the show because it's really hard to understand what's going on in the title. So I'm hoping you can help me with that. Tell me in the comments what show these openings are for because otherwise I don't even know what the name is, the band. I'm sorry. I'm definitely not up to speed on that. So, but hey, we're going to hop in. We're going to check it out. And let's see what we got for today. So let me grab my headphones. The first one being, it just says everything in Japanese. So I don't know the name of this one, but maybe you can tell me. Okay, here we go. Let's check it out. Okay, right off the bat. I know a lot of people argue they're complaining about pausing too much, so I'm sorry, but I'm here to analyze the music. The opening already reminds me a lot of Polyphia, if you know that band. It's got that kind of like tapping, melodic, really cool guitar sound, but let's go. It's kind of got that church drums. Very pretty. Just want to hear that build up. Oh, it's gonna hit. I know, this is gonna slap. Oh! You gotta love a groovy bass lick. Got a very groovy guitar strumming pattern. Ooh! Dude, that guitar player is just grooving. You know, one thing I love about that style is you have like a very controlled singer, right? So the singer is very controlled up front, doing what you would expect melodically and rhythmically. And then behind the singers, you have it's like controlled chaos. You got all this funky groove, staccato, rhythmic strumming, and then the hi-hat on the drums. So there's a lot going on that's rhythmically way more complicated than what the singer is putting. And so that dichotomy that's going on between the two just creates this contrast that's super interesting to listen to. And then on top of that, you add this beautiful vocal melody. That was a very hopeful melody. And it just made a really nice, peaceful listening experience that was fun and kind of had you grooving too. So I really like that. That was cool. Please tell me what the name of that was. I don't think I've heard that before. The next one we're going to check out is was a recommendation from the comments. I looked back at some of the comments and I found this one. The show is called Bastard, I know that, and it was a season 2 opening specifically. So we're going to check that one out and see how it sounds. Okay, here we go. Oh, this one might be kind of heavy. It's just going to all come to the front. Here it comes. Oh! It's sick. Double pedal, bass drum. I'm really interested to see where this goes on the breakdown. Okay. Oh! I love that. Woo! Woo! Okay, thank you for that recommendation. That hit, man. It starts out with that, like, you know, underwater kind of like sound, you know, where like there's a show going on in the next room, but the door is closed, so you can like hear it through the wall, you know, that kind of vibe where the party's happening without you, and then all of a sudden it throws you in, you know, like the door opens up and you're welcome in, and so then all of a sudden it just hits you. It was cool. It's always cool to hear like a screaming vocalist that can then do melodic, you know, like vocal singing that's outside of the like the growl, like the death vocals, the, you know, and then can like go into that range. But that uplifting like motif that kind of came in towards the end, that was like that arena kind of chant, was the freaking icing on the cake. I love that kind of stuff, man. Just those like epic moments of community that you feel, you know, it's like, okay, I'm here with the band, I'm listening, this is super energetic and fun, and then it just brings in this element of like community with those types of like arena chants. I don't know, it emotionally lifts me up and makes me feel like I'm a part of something bigger than just listening to a song in the moment. And there's just something, I don't know, very human about that, that kind of like speaks to a deeper part of our psyche, I think, in those types of melodic structures. Super awesome. I definitely love that one, so thank you for that recommendation. I listen to that on a Spotify playlist when I work out. That was very cool. Okay, so the next one we're checking out is in English, Ghost in the Shell. I can read that. I've heard about Ghost in the Shell when I was a kid because that was the show that you're not supposed to watch because it had boobies or something. That's the only thing I know about Ghost in the Shell. I was like, oh, because back then I was really into Spawn. Like I was buying Spawn comics, and like the HBO special came out, and that was like really freaking brutal for a kid to watch. And I remember Ghost in the Shell was like something that was talked about, but I didn't watch anime, you know, and I didn't watch any of that kind of stuff. I didn't get to stay up late enough to watch like Adult Swim or whatever, you know, all those shows came on. And so it was kind of like I was like a Nickelodeon kid, you know? And so I heard Ghost in the Shell, I was like, oh, that was the naughty show. I think we've listened to a Ghost in the Shell opening before, but I don't think it was this one. And what I'm saying is different shows some have multiple openings across the same season. Some have one per season. So I don't know. I'm assuming this is a different one because, like I said, when I first started listening to the few seconds, it didn't sound familiar. So a Ghost in the Shell, not the Ghost in the Shell. Probably it's called Go Ghost. Here we go. Nice. It's got like a floating through a cyberpunk city kind of vibe. Oh, that's groovy. I love how calm the music is to these like violent visuals, you know, shooting guns and being in war. It's kind of got that same feeling with like the simple vocals with the complex melodies behind it. Oh, is this gonna go somewhere else? It's kind of building up. I thought that was gonna go somewhere. I thought it was building into something, and then it just ended. So, not bad, but yeah, it kind of shared like the first style, I guess maybe dynamic arrangement, not, you know, overall music sound of the first song that we listened to, where there's like, you know, that melody up front with like a complicated rhythmic pattern going on in the background as the, you know, harmonic part of the song, where it's kind of like supporting the main audio, which is the singer. And so that was very peaceful, and surprisingly, like the sound I think of colors sometimes, like when I'm listening to music, and like that, the colors of that, the animation that was going on actually was matching the sound very well. Kind of had like that purplish hue kind of going on, that like light blues. It was kind of like, I think you just get that with, it's almost like there was some jazz elements that were going on, but it wasn't jazz, you know, it was very groovy, a little more funky. But yeah, very, very good, easy listening song. You know, there wasn't anything crazy going on, but it doesn't need to have anything crazy for it to be a good song. I think it did what it needed to do, and it stayed interesting, you know, without needing to do a whole lot. So that in itself is an accomplishment right there, you know, keeping your song interesting. Anyways, cool. That one was pretty fun, and I don't think that was the Ghost in the Shell opening. I'm sure that was a newer thing. Okay, so next one we're going to check out. I think it's called Fatal, the show, because that's in the parentheses, but maybe it's not. Maybe the show is Oshi no Ko. Oshi no Ko, maybe. Which means fatal? I don't know. Maybe fatal's the name of the song. Again, please enlighten me. Help me know how to decipher what's the song, what's the show, and what's the band name. Anyways, we're going to check it out. Here we go. I have no idea what to expect. This is something, I don't have any idea what this is. Show-wise, song-wise, band-wise, and it was written in English, and I still don't know. Okay, here we go. There's a lot of percussion going on. There's like water drops, and then like those little spinner, not quite a maraca, or like what are those called? Oh my goodness. But there's a lot going on. Like, just listen to it. It's like really, really interesting. There's so much percussion rhythm going on, and it's fascinating. All right, hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, this is so catchy. Oh! Oh man, this song is all over the place. I love it. Let's see where it goes. Okay, it's a lot happier than I thought. Ooh! Oh, it's got that like a harmonic minor sound at the end. So harmonic minor, like Hungarian minor, like these very specific scale emotions that come out when you play them. And it kind of, like, a lot of people relate it to like what you would think is like kind of like an Egyptian sound or something. I don't know. But they kind of threw that in at the end that wasn't there before, and that was super interesting. But man, the song had like a normal kind of like song feel with a lot of really interesting percussive stuff going on, and then it would just get super rhythmically catchy. And I love that kind of stuff. I think I really like rhythm over melody, as weird as that is. I mean, they go together, right? But I think a really good rhythm is always going to like capture me. No, that's not true, because there's some melodies that just take you away. I think it's easier to hit the rhythmic catchiness than maybe a strong melodic structure that's memorable. I don't know. I've actually never really thought through that. That's a thought experiment I should have to play through. But there's something about that song in particular that was just super, super well executed on the dynamic range of the song. Kind of, it almost sounded like it was going through multiple songs. And that was just the change of the rhythmic emphasis at the different points of the piece. And so really good, super catchy. I loved it. Anyways, thank you for that one. Okay, so last but not least, or maybe it is least, I don't know, we'll see. This one is called Kaguya Sama, Love is War, opening theme. I don't know, it's got a boatload of views, so I'm assuming this is going to be pretty cool. Anyways, let's get into it and see what it has in store for us. Kind of has like that big band feel. This is like karaoke music. This has like that like 80s style. It's so fun. And that food looks good. I want a bento box. Yeah, very interesting. That was a very basic song. You know, it had like a big band feel. It sounded old, in terms of its style, which isn't bad. It's just, you know, it didn't. I don't know. Like after hearing all the first four, that one just didn't really hit because of the bar that I think was set from the other ones. But it was definitely good. It was a good song for sure. And it was fun. It was a very fun song. And it fit the theme of like the visuals of like these like, I don't know, were they like young adults doing crime solving in a mansion wearing maid outfits? That's what I thought. Eating food. They liked food. And yeah, so anyways, that fit the energy. Okay, well, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. Let me know which one is your favorite and also what shows those go to. And then please, as usual, give me more recommendations now that I'm back and settled in so I can start adding to the list. Again, I don't know what I've listened to already, so I'll have to work on figuring a system out for that. But thank you for joining me, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.